It's officially happening. Turning Point USA has confirmed their broadcasting a rival event, the All-American Halftime Show. While Bad Bunny takes the stage for the NFL, a different lineup will be performing on a completely different stage, specifically targeted at Americans who feel left behind by the NFL. It will be free to watch. It's streaming on YouTube, Rumble, and X, as well as on networks like Real America's Voice, The Daily Wire, and One America News. They're casting a wide net to ensure that anyone who wants to avoid the Super Bowl halftime show has an immediate patriotic alternative.
All right. So people have an alternative. All right. I bet that this is going to turn into a race thing. Not because of race, but because people don't want to see things that they've seen in the past. All right? They're going to say that because Latinos and what's going on, and the other one is Kid Rock, and they're going to say it's just white people that want to watch the other one. I don't think so. I think there's going to be a lot of Latino people, too, that don't want to watch this. I actually know for a fact there's a lot of Latino people that think that he might be misrepresenting the Latino culture, and he's not the right guy they want for this. They're not comfortable with him if he goes and wears a dress. Then I heard he said he's not, but if he does, they're saying it's not, he's not representing us. Okay, so it's an all-American halftime show. Okay, now that's funny because you might say, well, what do you mean? This is American. America's diversity. America's is not diversity. Diversity is division, all right? How are you going to be diverse and be the same? What is the one thing that makes us something? What is it? Okay? It's got to be something. What is the one thing that makes us the same? You're saying it's diversity? So division is what makes us the same? Doesn't make any sense. I understand everything.
Más que un logro mío, es un logro de todos, demostrando que nuestra huella y nuestra aportación en este país nadie nunca la podrá sacar ni borrar.
It's amazing. I understood everything he just said.
And if you didn't understand what I just said, you have 4 months to learn.
I got 4 months I got to learn. Oh, my God. So, wow, so maybe there's people that are actually saying he just told you. If you don't know it and you can't learn it in 4 months, don't watch it. So there you go. The arm was forced to do this. All right? So there you go. Nothing to do with being Latino, because here's one of the greatest halftime shows ever by one of the, look at this guy. Nobody had a problem with that, right? He's Puerto Rican, right? Nobody had a problem with this. Well, nobody had a problem with her being Latino. Latina, sorry.
Like a movie scene
Maybe they had a problem with a little of the Satan worshiping stuff going on in the strip pole. Whatever. So that's the thing. That alternative show is about, it says, faith, family, and American. Okay, so family too. See, this is J-Lo teaching young women how to become strippers. That's great, you know. You want to do that. And then you got adults that are morons that are like, come on, she's 50 years old and she could still look like that? I mean, that's amazing. Like, yeah, you know, she probably looks good having sex too. Should we show kids that too? Like, how stupid are you? This is not good, right, for kids. It's not. It's not good for anybody, man. Just entertainment doesn't have to be about that. Maybe this is another reason why they don't want you to, why people want to tune out to what's coming up in halftime.
I would just only hope, and I would ask that if that is the way that he's going or the direction that he's going, that we see some real representation of LGBTQ people in his halftime performance, if that be the case, and more specifically, black LGBTQ individuals.
I hope so. I hope that's a good representation.
Listen, if you're gonna do it, you better do it right. Yeah. If you're gonna do it, don't embarrass the girls, Bad Bunny. Yeah. Bad Bunny, if you gonna put that dress on, you better be a bad bitch with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see? Yeah. So, yeah, that's, you know, people want to tune out. They don't want to watch it. They don't want to see that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing to do with race. You just saw this. They just want to tune out. But they're going to make it. I bet you. I will bet you they will do it. How do I know? Because that's the game plan. That's what they do. And people are going to fall for it. Not me. But people like this. Okay? People like this right here.
I find it very ironic that I got a technical foul for telling a Caucasian referee not to put his hand in my face. As a black man in America, don't put your hand in my face. And I said, hey, don't put your hand in my face, and I got a tech. So I thought that was the most interesting thing of the night.
Did he try to explain himself?
He said, Draymond, this is your chance to stop talking to me, bro. Don't put your hand in my face. Oh, tech. Oh, okay.
Draymond was obviously groomed, okay, to learn that this is the way it is. That's why he talks like this, okay? A Caucasian man, you know, as a black man in America, I can't have a white man do that. Like, he's the referee of the game, okay? We're going to watch this. We're going to watch what happened.
Stewart is second, but in the midst of this, Draymond ends up picking up his.
Let's look at a hand. Watch this. Hand in his face. Ready?
Tied with Isaiah Stewart for the third most in the league.
Oh, man. White man, you better watch. You can't do that.
And then he's had enough. And then he gets a tee.
It's not good. Yeah, can't do that. Well, let's rewatch that.
Stewart is second, but in the midst of this, Draymond ends up picking up his 10th technical.
Should have called black ref.
Now tied with Isaiah Stewart for the third most in the league.
Right there, right in his face.
Well, he takes it for a
good.
while.
No good.
And then he's had enough.
Can't do that.
And then he gets a tee.
Not a black man in America today. Draymond is taught that, okay? That's what everyone else is being taught, okay? And they're going to be taught that too, okay? By your schools. That's why my wife homeschools our kids, by the way. We don't learn that crap. This is what my kids learn right here.
You can go to live in France, but you cannot become a Frenchman. You can go to live in Germany or Turkey or Japan, but you cannot become a German, a Turk, or Japanese. But anyone from any corner of the earth can come to live in America and become an American.
All right? You can go anywhere, but you can't be a Frenchman. You can go anywhere. You can't be a German. But anybody can come here and be an American. You can come here and become an American. Right? He's not saying come here and still be what you were. You can't come here and still be that. You come here and become an American. What is our defining cultural similarity that we have? What is it? Okay? And it can't be diversity, because that diversity is basically division. All right. I just checked it out. I Googled it. Diversity. As a strength, proponents argue that diversity brings people together. Backgrounds leading to greater innovation, stronger communities. I don't see it. I don't see it. Critics suggest this is diversity as division, separation. Critics suggest that an overemphasis on distinct group identities, which we do in this country like crazy, such as race, gender, or culture, can create us first them mentalities. That's what this is. That's exactly what's going on. All right? Contextual factors. The impact of diversity often depends on how it is managed. It is more likely to lead to division if it creates high levels of ethnic or linguistic fractionalization without a shared, inclusive culture. Right there. It creates high levels of ethnic or linguistic fractionalization without a shared, inclusive culture. Done. It's over. That's it. Right there. No one is causing more division right now with this Super Bowl than the NFL, Roger Goodell, and Bad Bunny. He's creating a high level of ethnic and linguistic fractionalization because he does not have a shared and inclusive culture for the all of America. Okay? So people are switching off and they want to go to this other halftime show. So if I had to say a couple things that I would say is our culture, all right, Italy, they got their food. A lot of places have their own cultures. When you think about these places, you go there, what's America? What's America? What's our culture? People say, oh, it's the diversity. But that's just the division of us. What is the one thing that all the diversity we have in common? We have one thing we have in common is that we're divided. It's impossible. It makes no sense. We all have to have something. One thing, all right, no, we don't like to be told what to do, okay? All right? No, we do it ourselves here, okay? So one thing that's bad, he's telling us, this is what I'm speaking. You have 4 months to learn. You better learn it or else you ain't going to understand what I'm saying. No, people are like, American culture, people? Don't tell me why I got to learn this crap. I'm watching something else, okay? That's just the culture. That's the way it is here, okay? That's what people are here. That's American culture. That's American, all right? What else is American culture? All right, I've been through it. 9/11, September 11th, been through that. When things get tough, things get hard, everybody comes together, no matter what, no matter where they're from, what tax bracket, ethnicity, doesn't matter. That's when you really realize you're an American. You all come together to help out no matter what. All right? The Hurricane Sandy storm here on the East Coast, same thing. All right? That's what makes us, that's an American culture too. We fight, it doesn't matter. All right? So you got, nobody tells us what to do. All right? You tell yourself what to do. All right? You're your own leader of your own home. No government is. All right? When things get tough, you stand up and you fight. All right? You don't look for help. Help just comes to you naturally. You go to help people too. That's a natural thing of an American. And I would say one more thing we got to do is we got to be able to brush off this stuff, like this division stuff, I have friends who think differently than me. And once we get together and sit down and just finish one of these here, just forget it for a minute, okay? Just forget everything for a minute and just have one of these. That's all I could say. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, please. Comment. I'll respond to comments. Didn't make sense. I had maybe too many of these, but I'll respond to comments. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, and share. Have a good one.